after you wrapped on Deadpool, I mean, after 5.5 years.
Yeah, 5.5 years. It was a long time. Yeah.
You moved over to a few other books.
Yeah, I did an arc of Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, which was a lot of fun. Like I kind of approached it as a little airier, kind of like lighter kind of side. And
more of like a traditional Spider-Man, like from the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and he had a kid, you know what I mean? So like it was a little lighter kind of style. And then I worked on the Many Deaths of Scott Koblish, which I got out there. So that one was a lot of fun. So that one came out in May. You can get it on Amazon or any bookstore that's around. There's a whole bunch of really fun little strips. So basically it's like 4-panel strips or 8-panel strips of just me dying over and over again for 96 pages.
Sounds like
for
fun.
Everybody's amusement. Exactly. Yeah.
How did this book come to be?
Well, I was leaning into the things that I was afraid of. So like, I would sit there and I would go like, I would just worry about my own death, and
as we all do.
I mean, honestly, like whole religions are built around that panic.
Yeah.
So I was just really, I was having a bit of a crisis. I was really anxious about it. And then I thought, well, the thing that I do no matter what is draw. So I was like, why don't I draw my way out of this? And I just started doing these little drawings. And then I would post them on like the social media there, and then my friends were just like, "That's awesome that you died that way," And I was like, "Oh, that's great," like. And then they would just laugh and they would go like, "That's fantastic," and they were really into it. And occasionally I'd put up like a real sad one, and I'd get like, it's just the equivalent of people just going like, you okay? But the ones that were funny, like everyone seemed to really like come out of the woodwork for them.
Yeah.
I'd get like hundreds of like likes on it, and I was just like, well, that's awesome. And then a friend of mine worked up at Chronicle Books, and she was like, hey, do you really want to do this? Like, we can do this as a book. And I was like, that's great, let's do it. So it came out recently. They had great designers and they have a great staff, and so we put it out.
And the book is so much fun.
Yeah, the book's a lot of fun. Yeah, you can pick it up on Amazon still. Pretty good price on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble, any place. Chronicle Books, the bookstore itself. So it's a lot of fun, yeah.
It's funny because, on Amazon, one of the tricks you have is, I didn't learn this till recently, but if you want to sell more on Amazon, if you get more than 20 reviews...
Okay.
It plugs into an algorithm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no kidding.
And it gets you recommended for other books.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So
I have like 10 reviews. I got to push it. Okay.
And now you're like, oh, wait, it's how many reviews for this? And then all of a sudden you'll get them. And then all of a sudden when someone buys like Deadpool, like they'll be like, do you also want to buy the Many Deaths?
Oh, no kidding. Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And so it's
I got to get that to happen. So, all right. So go pick up the book. Like you can get it on Amazon and then review it. And then like, we'll get up to 20. All right. Let's do this.
Because that's what it's about. It's about like the word of mouth too, and getting and understanding how those systems work, because there's a whole marketing system behind them that as creators we don't really know about.
Well, that's it. I don't know any of this stuff. Like I was just talking to a friend of mine who's a book author, Barbara Hambly, and like we were talking about the stuff that she does. She'll do like little short stories on Amazon for like $5, on characters that she'd created for other books, and like that's she makes like money doing that. It's just it's all. I had done comics for so long that I really didn't know like how the book world kind of works.
Yeah.
So now I know. All right. Well, I got like there's 10 reviews up there now.
Now
so
it's
I
time
got
to go get
absolutely.
to the next 10 and make it happen. It's really interesting.
I got my mom to put up a.
but that's what it is you have to go out there with like, for me personally, when I have a book come out and like I'm like, okay, I got to get the work out this. It's a super uncomfortable thing. To go and be like, hey, like,
I'm awesome. Yeah.
Do you have you seen my book? Can you write a review for it?
Yeah.
But you realize that the people who are your friends who like back you are the ones who like not only enjoy backing you, but they like take pride in it. They're like,
absolutely.
Thank you for asking me. Like, it was my pleasure.
That's a really good way of
you.
putting it. That's a really nice way of putting it. Yeah, you really do. Well, even just the past couple months, like all my friends have been super important to me. So like, Yeah, that's true.
You realize that it's like, oh, they come to bat for you, and they like are there for you just to even write a review. They don't have to buy your book, but they can write a review, and they'll be like, absolutely, like this cost me nothing, and I got to help out my friend. He feels good, I feel good. It's a win-win for everybody.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. I'll have to. Yeah, there's a virtuous circle that happens.
Exactly.
I'll have to try and push that to make it happen. Yeah.